We got the old turd 4.3 V6 out of the Syclone. This is the original engine for the truck. Someone put a really nice precision aftermarket turbo. I think it's like a PT62. I want to get the specs on it exactly, but in order to use this turbo and put anything over 17 pounds of boost into a stock engine, well, it's not going to work. The reason for that is because the stock internals can't handle it. You couldn't put a lot of boost to her because it wouldn't make the power because the engine was starting to fail. So it needs a rebuild. This engine is the built engine. Fully built internals, ready to handle the boost, ready to take the power of an aftermarket turbocharger. Now I'm going to do a couple time lapses and begin the swapping process of the front accessory drive. I want to keep the AC. I like having AC in my truck. I just want to get it on the road and I just want to go fast. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah! We got the old engine out onto the stand and we're gonna begin swapping over the necessary things. This is my opportunity to probably make some things look real nice and pretty. I definitely want to keep AC in the truck. This compressor works. It's really nice. Great to have in the summertime, whether you're going to the drag strip with your buddies, or you're going to car shows, or you're going to the grocery store on a Sunday. It's perfect for all occasions. For now, I am going to continue where I left off. I got the oil pan removed on this engine. I need to use that oil pan on this engine because this engine has a different size oil pan that doesn't fit over the transaxle. But if I'm gonna reuse it and put on my shiny new engine, I'm gonna paint it. So I got it sitting outside drying, and I'll give that some coats of high temp black paint tomorrow. This pickup screen, I ordered new off Rock Auto. I'll get that pickup screen, which will replace the pickup screen in this one, because this one has a shorter one. Get that swapped over, get the oil pan put on the new engine. So today, I'm gonna work on getting the turbocharger off, since I'm thinking about getting that professionally powder coated. It's time to get this spinny boy off. You guys see that? Can you see it? Oh yeah. All the boost, baby. I'm gonna get the turbo off. I sprayed a lot of penetrating oil on all these old rusty exhaust bolts, so we're gonna start removing some exhaust components. I actually do have exhaust manifold, a full exhaust manifold kit that came with this engine that's already wrapped. We're gonna try and crack some rusty bolts, get some front accessory drive components off, so enjoy these time lapses. Before I show you guys those wrap manifolds I'm gonna put on, just wanna show this pile of parts I've got rolling here. We've got the AC compressor and bracket. That bracket I'd like to disassemble some more and take the compressor off, and I'd like to get it all powder coated. I think that'd look nice. Same with the upper intake plenum, the one and only famous Syclone upper intake. We've got our precision turbo, sitting pretty, spinning freely. This is a short list of parts that I'd like to get either ceramic coated for intercooler piping or powder coated for components that don't see as much heat, but most likely all these will be ceramic coated, and I think it'll look great. Check out these manifolds though. Here are the wrapped exhaust manifolds. Pretty sweet. This one over here, these things are heavy, is the passenger side where the turbo mounts to the exhaust flange there. I got 2 exhaust manifold hardware kits, and what they include are 2 studs and 3 cap screws, normal style cap screw bolts. So pretty excited, guys. Probably check out my Syclone technical manual. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. It's pretty sweet. The reason I'm gonna check it is to make sure that I follow all the torquing sequences properly. I got this online. It's a 1991 Syclone service manual supplement. Super helpful when troubleshooting a lot of things on these trucks. They're very unique trucks, very finicky. They're ahead of their time. Those are the wiring diagrams. How cool is that? All that old GM OBD1 ECU wiring and hardware is all getting yanked out, and it's gonna be all Holly now. Back to it. I'll stop talking. Let's get some of these fancy headers back on our new engine, all right? Man, it's quite a sight when you look inside the Syclone and there's no engine there. Making all kinds of progress in these past couple days, and we'll show you guys where we're at on the engines. I'm going to double check my torques on the intake manifold. Set to 15 foot-pounds, do that later today. But got some new gaskets since last time you guys saw me. This is for the thermostat housing. I got some parts that are off being powder coated. Intake manifold plenum, AC bracket, alternator bracket, and intercooler piping. It's off at the Rotor Metalcraft and Powder Coating Machine Shop in Nashville, Iowa. Really excited to see how those turn out. It's gonna look awesome in the engine bay. If I haven't said before, please like, share, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more and more Syclone build content. Keep it coming. Got Philly. Oh yeah. Hanging out today. Today, doing some pressure washing. Here is the old oil pan from the old engine. I have to use it on the new engine. The reason being, the new engine's oil pan doesn't have the correct drop height on it. Gotta clean up the old one before I put it on my new shiny engine. It's already been soaking in purple power, and man, what a sight. This is just exciting. Old engine, out with the old, in with the new, baby. Got my NGK UR6 spark plugs in the mail, so I installed those at the correct torque sequence as well. Just got a couple more things to swap over. Maybe some small connectors. We'll talk it over as we go, but gonna do some power washing. I might power wash this guy. All right. So, man, look at this lineup though. The trucks are looking good. Back to Syclone action, here we go. All right guys, it's oil pan time. Yesterday, I went ahead and painted the old oil pan. Fresh high temp black paint. This old oil pan is a GMP 18A GM oil pan, because that's the one that fits for the 4-wheel drive system. This one does not. And when doing that, I'll show you guys that I also have to change the oil pickup tube height. Anyway, here we go. Now that the oil pan's off, we're going to do the pickup tube swap. The reason being is this is a stock GMC Syclone oil pickup tube height. This new one here. We're gonna swap it. We're gonna be putting on the old oil pan, the correct lower height oil pan that has more oil capacity, so we need our oil pickup tube in a lower location. By the way, I love looking at brand new rebuilt engines. Check out the crank. It's gorgeous. Freshly ground, all new pistons, all new rods, all new bearings, and a freshly treated and ground camshaft. She's a beaut. Love that. Shout out to Rotor Powder Coating out in Nashville, Iowa. They killed it, guys. Check it out. This is a mirror silver powder coating job that I picked out a color for. I wanted to have kind of a little bit of an OEM look, but a little bit more luster. So the top of this logo on the Syclone lettering here was actually DA sanded back to bare aluminum, and then a clear coat was applied to the entire upper intake plenum here. And guys, pretty sweet. Pretty pumped about that. This was ceramic coated because it sees a much higher temperature than other engine parts. And this is my Precision 6766 turbocharger compressor housing cover. Last but not least, we've got our intercooler piping. I want to make sure I put new gloves on for this because I don't really want to get this stuff too dirty yet. The nice thing about powder coated parts is it's durable and it's a protective coating that looks great, shines up your engine bay, and is easy to clean off too, which I highly recommend for anyone who's building up their own race car. AC bracket that's all mirror silver finish, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Very excited about that. And we've got our alternator bracket, which is also a mirror silver finish. We're gonna get the new powder coated parts installed on the engine. Then I'm probably gonna move to the turbocharger, reassemble it with the compressor housing cover, getting that back on. It's getting exciting, guys. I hope you like the looks of everything, and I hope that it will last and perform the way that powder coating is supposed to. Let's see how it turns out. We're doing Sport Machines solid engine motor mounts. Check them out. Pretty slick. We have to get the old bases of the old stock motor mounts out of here. And there's a nut behind on these frame rails, which is really tough because you only have one spot to reach in, and that's from back here. We're getting ready to throw this engine in there. I'm just gonna do a wrap around real quick, guys. Look how beautiful. Pretty much ready to go in. Nope. Nope. Yes. Longest 15mm box end and wrench. Valve cover vent. I would take it off. I just want to get it on the road and I just want to go fast. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah.